Imagine a life built brick by brick, each sacrifice a testament to family hopes. Now picture it shattering. One evening, a phone screen's glow revealing betrayals. Your marriage, career, fatherhood, all vaporizing. Can you survive when trust implodes? Subscribe for more tales of life's foundations. Rocked hit like, if you're new here, and let's dive in. Michael Sterling stood in the sun-drenched kitchen of his Brooklyn brownstone September light, painting long shadows across the room. He scrubbed concrete dust from hands that told of 30 years in construction. Grit skill, no shortcuts etched in every line. He glanced at the clock. 4:15 p.m. Charlie, his son at soccer till 7. Quiet hours for Blackwell project estimates. Charlie's phone vibrated on the granite counter, abandoned in the rush to practice. Previews flashed text snippets twisting in Michael's gut. Dad's clueless, one read. Tony said. Another. Unease turned to dread. He picked it up. Calloused hands that shaped buildings now trembled slightly. Each message from Charlie to Kyle, a hammer blow. Dad's blind to Mom's new guy. Tony drives a new S-Class. Mom's boss lets me drive it way cooler than Dad's old truck. Says I'm a natural, Kyle replied. Wait, your mom's boss? That's insane. Your dad seriously doesn't know. Charlie's reply. Nah, he's buried in construction stuff. Revelation after revelation stripped Michael bare. Mom says he wouldn't notice if she danced naked with sparklers. Tony buys me lunch Wednesdays, Fridays. Nick's courtside next week. Dad thinks it's college apps with Kyle. Texts piled up each an unguarded window into a life collapsing around him. Tony's teaching me golf next weekend. Networking critical. Dad just drones on about Callus's boomer. The final text. A sledgehammer. Honestly, I like Tony better as a dad. He listens about college. Dad's stuck in the past. Connections matter more than sweating welcome to 2024, old man. Garage door hummed. Brenda wasn't due home early. Michael froze, phone in hand. Mind racing. Kitchen door opened. Brenda stepped in, poised, controlled Birkin bag slung over her shoulder, power suit. Perfect out of place in their modest kitchen. Michael, you're home early. Faint smile. Light tone, not matching the tension. He met her gaze, unreadable. Blackwell project ahead of schedule. Good crew reliable. He let reliable hang in the air. Brenda fidgeted with car keys, unusual nervousness. Great. Just grabbing paperwork. Dealership's insane end-of-quarter push. Michael stepped forward, voice edged, selling lots of S-Classes. Her face stiffened. What BMWs? He pressed. Charlie seems to know a lot about them lately. Brenda clutched her bag tighter. Teenagers in cars, you know, unsteady voice. Tony, Mr. Russo needs these contracts. Her words hung heavy. Michael silent. His silence pressed down. Brenda edged toward the door. He watched her leave. Mind already on the confrontation. Anthony Russo. The name churned like bitter wine. Sales manager teaching his son. Driving golf. Nick's tickets. Brenda's composure cracked. Were you spying? Michael's humorless laugh. No need. Charlie left his phone. He stepped closer, voice sharp. Our son's taken with his mentor. Tell me Brenda does. Tony know you're draining the college fund I busted my back for. Brenda's voice trembled. It's not like that. Blind? Michael's words cut. I'm breaking my body on sites building a future while you're cozying up with some car peddler. Brenda's chin lifted defiance. Tony's not just a salesman. He's finance manager now. He has ambition, Michael. He's even planning college visits with Charlie with my money. Michael shot back cold voice. Every dollar you lavished on your boyfriend came from me. Late nights, drywall, weekends, tile, you complained about my hours. You don't understand. Brenda snapped, frustration boiling. This is success now. Charlie needs connections, opportunities. Charlie needs. Michael's voice heavy, anger restrained. To know the difference between men who build and men who sell empty promises, but we're all about to learn that lesson. Brenda faltered, uncertainty flickering. What's that supposed to mean? Michael's smirk icy. Tony's waiting. Don't keep him. And Brenda, hope that power suit's warm. Winter's coming. His words hung in the air. Brenda's heels echoed. She sped away. Michael waited till taillights vanished, then pulled his phone. Dialed David Lee. Michael, Sterling contingency plan. Activate it, every account, leave nothing untouched. Eve. David Lee's office understated elegance worlds apart from Michael's dusty sights. Leather, polished wood filled the space. David scrolled through files. Michael sat across. Work boots, dusty jeans, streaked dirt, jaw set. Grim determination. David leaned forward, swiveling a screen. Financial trails clear. Brenda's been dipping into joint accounts 2 to 3 times a week. Business lunches. Peter Luger's averaging 200 a pop. Started about 3 months ago, coincidentally, when Tony Russo joined Luxury Motors as sales manager. Michael's expression darkened. Charlie's expenses. David pulled up another file. Private school account lunch costs doubled high-end delivery straight to school. Adjusted glasses glanced at Michael. More concert tickets, sporting events, golf club dues, all charged, shared credit cards, college fund untouched for now researching early withdrawal. Lock it down, Michael ordered decisively. Transfer everything to new accounts. Wrap this up before banks close. David nodded, briskly, fingers flying. Business accounts secure. You kept Wilson Construction separate. Good call. Adjusted glasses met Michael's eyes. But she tried to get into them last week, claimed to be your assistant, fishing for contract details, payment schedules. Michael's jaw tightened. Thompson Project. Blackwell Project payment details for that $3 million contract. David confirmed. Michael paced, frustration building. Not just an affair, they're plotting something. David swiveled back to screen. More Tony Russo's history sketchy. 3 dealerships, 5 years. Every exit tied to married clients. Scandals. Harassment. Claims. Settled quietly. BMW. Leased under dealership. Name, guise, all show no substance. Michael's expression darkened. Time to end this charade. Pulled out his phone, scrolled, found the number. Ava Stone. Divorce lawyer took cheating husbands to the cleaners, got his Hamptons house. David smirked. Need her info? Got it. Built her penthouse renovation last spring. Michael paused at the door. David, one more thing. Gather every receipt bank statement last 20 years, full record of how I built this life. David tapped a thumb drive. Already done. Everything's here. Digital copies organized. Recent spending spree compared to your deposits. Crystal clear story, 16-hour days, weekends. Judge won't miss it. Michael pocketed the drive. Send it all to Ava. Thanks for sticking with me. You've always had my back. David nodded, tone steady. You ran your business clean. Michael, paid taxes, done it all above board. Rodriguez can't say the same. Turned back to computer. Oh, and his credit report. Disaster, drowning in debt. Bet dealership doesn't know about gambling. Heading to his truck, Michael dialed Ava Stone's office. Secretary answered immediately. Mr. Sterling, Miss Stone can see you at 4:00. Law firm, top floor high-rise. Michael's company renovated years ago. Ava greeted him. Firm handshake, tailored suit. Authority contrast to Brenda's flashy style. David sent files, led him into polished conference room city skyline, reviewed them, wealth of material. Ava began confidently. "Call me Michael," he interrupted, settling into chair boots, brushing plush carpet. "Where do we go from here?" Ava spread documents. Critical steps, securing assets, gathering evidence, shielding business, timing, crucial, wife spending spree, escalating clear sign, impulsive, questions about business accounts, setting stage college fund. Michael asked, worry seeping in. Untouched for now. Ava reassured. Records show funded through your legitimate construction work. Behavior. Troubling financial irresponsibility. Slid highlighted document. We act swiftly. Moment she realizes. Accounts locked, she'll consult attorney. Handle this properly, Michael said firmly. By the book, I built everything with these hands, not letting it crumble. Then this is our approach, Ava explained, tone precise. File immediately abandonment infidelity, evidence rock solid. Pointed to Charlie's text. Parental alienation, judges don't like that. Michael absorbed her strategy, asking detailed questions. Custody asset division. Process. Discussion concluded. Ava posed final question. House you built yourself? Every bit. Weekends, evenings, 5 years, while holding full-time job. Good sweat equity, key argument. Made a note, closed folder, met his gaze. Go home. Michael, keep things normal. We'll prepare groundwork. Act decisively. Driving home, mind wandered, sinking sun-long shadows. Kitchen argument that morning. Distant past, hardware store parking lot decision. Made 20 minutes later emerged, carrying brand new toolbox replica of the one he taught Charlie. Carpentry, tonight, original, would come with him. Twin would stay behind. Legacy. Hard choices, some lessons needed. Time to sink in. Dusk. Driveway. Michael worked steadily, loading truck essentials. Duplicate toolbox garage, where original stood. 20 years. Belongings carefully paperwork. Family photos before Brenda's betrayal. Father's journals. Carpentry, house phone shrilled. Interrupted focus. Picked up Eleanor. Brenda's mother. Michael. Dear, is Rebecca there? Not answering cell. Still at work, he replied evenly. End of quarter crunch. Oh. Eleanor hesitated. Mentioned new manager Anthony. Shaking things up, innovative strategies. Michael's hand tightened. Receiver. Happened to bring up Nick's tickets or business dinners? Eleanor's voice faltered, subdued. Oh no, don't tell me. Ask her yourself. Michael interrupted, steely tone. Sure she'll have a story ready. Brief silence. You've always been good to me. Eleanor, better mother-in-law than I deserved. Where's Charlie in all this? Charlie's wrestling with decisions fallout. Michael glanced at watch, unreadable expression. Time to leave. Take care, Eleanor. And you too. Son, she said. Call disconnected. Michael reminded himself. Not everyone has her back in this. Turned attention to home office computer. Last review, live feed, hidden garage camera. Brenda's nightly rituals. Clockwork arrived after 11 p.m., checked odometer, adjusted clothes, side mirror. Routine. Insignificant to some, every detail, logged time-stamped, text, notification, phone. Charlie. Dad, can I have 50 for team dinner practice? Quick reply. Check lunch account balance. Familiar dots. Charlie typing appeared, disappeared, returned. Says insufficient funds mistake. No mistake, Michael replied. Ask Tony for lunch money tomorrow. He's usually generous, right? No response. Michael forwarded exchange to Ava. Evidence archive. Next dialed Upper East Side Prep. Mr. Thompson, Michael Sterling, Charlie's tuition. Administrator. Polite, reserved. Pulled up records. Yes, Mr. Sterling, next payment due next week, same account. No, Michael said firmly. Effective immediately, withdrawing financial responsibility for Charlie's education. Steady, unwavering tone. Pause. I see. Administrator. Cautious. Highly unusual, Mr. Sterling. Charlie's nearly finished senior year. Mother actively involved college planning. I take it she has alternative plan. Imagine she does, Michael replied coolly. One more thing. Recent charges. Knicks tickets, golf club membership, unauthorized processed using wife's credentials, parent association account. Flurry of keystrokes. Charges approved by someone named Rodriguez benefits for senior students' justification. Administrator explained. How convenient. Michael's voice sharpened. Over the years, I've funded 3 major additions to Upper East Side Prep. Never blurred business-personal matters. Suggest fraud department takes closer look. Administrator cleared throat awkwardly. We'll launch investigation right away, Mr. Sterling. Sorry for difficult circumstances. Charlie strong student, though noticeable changes in behavior recently. Michael's voice hardened. Noticeable changes. Diplomatic words. Administrator hesitated. Staff raised. Concerns over new wardrobe, frequent lunch deliveries. Friction among peers. Call ended. Michael. Final walk through house kitchen. Divorce papers, prominent spot alongside printed screenshots. Charlie's texts. Brenda's financial records. Top of pile wedding band. Plain gold understated compared to Brenda's flashy diamond replacement. Glanced at phone live. Security feed. Charlie's soccer practice winding down. Brenda's car dealership. Wednesday meeting. Precision. Picking up father's toolbox. Headed garage. Paused workbench. Eyes drawn to faded photograph. Corkboard. Beaming, 10-year-old. Charlie clutched first hammer proudly beside partially built treehouse. Michael lingered, gaze fixed on memory. Then, without another glance back, walked out. Mark carefully removed pin from corkboard, tucked it wallet. Vacant space radiated disapproval. Stark reminder of absence. Phone vibrated again. Wyatt confirming final transfers complete. Nearly 3 decades. 27 years. Tireless work. Steadfast contracts. Relentless effort. Now rested untouched accounts. Brenda's unchecked spending about to collide with unscalable wall. Nothing left to draw from. Dusk settled. Michael slid into truck, paused to take in. House. Not just structure, embodiment of life's labor, every beam, every angle, every pane of glass, personal touch. Dim light seemed no different from lavish home's neighborhood. But Michael understood soul-hidden strength, silent confessions. Your move, he murmured, twisting ignition. Truck moved forward quietly. Determination leaving behind, home laden. invisible warnings, naked truths, garage, pristine, toolbox, mute, herald, difference between building something real, merely playing ownership. Red glow taillights faded into night. Michael headed north towards Queens. Community Center awaited. Skill-fresh chapter beckoned. Passenger seat. Phone flickered. Buzzed relentlessly. Brenda. Charlie credit card company calls. Unanswered urgency dissolving into darkness. Whispers. Lost. Endless void. Some silences. Michael reflected. Speak volumes where words cannot. Brenda's morning began, self-assured luxury. SUV, Starbucks drive-thru, designer sunglasses, impeccably coiffed hair, routine precision, sugar-free vanilla latte almond milk, extra hot, light foam. That'll be 7. Mrs. Sterling chirped. Barista, Brenda. Platinum, card, manicured nails, gleaming sunlight. Routine. But barista hesitated. Frowned after first attempt. Sorry, ma'am. Declined. Brenda's voice tightened irritation. Can't be right. Try again. 3 more attempts. Same result. Honks. Impatient drivers behind. Louder. Brenda flustered, rummaged Gucci wallet. Another card. Each swipe failed. Must be your system, she snapped. Polished exterior, cracking. Teenage barista shrugged, apologetically. System's fine, ma'am. Other cards working. Embarrassment. Burning face. Brenda pulled out of line, phone in hand. Banking app. Chilling notice. Account access restricted. Contact your financial institution. Hands trembled. Dialed Marcus voicemail. Tried again. Voicemail. Miss Sterling. Assistant's voice car speaker startling her. Charlie's school line 1 urgent. Switching calls. Brenda's pulse thundered. Charlie's voice spilled through panic. Mom, something's wrong, stammered. School says lunch account empty, asking about tuition. Brenda forced calm tone. Don't worry, sweetheart, I'll... Mrs. Sterling, interrupted school secretary. Brisk voice. Please hold, European trip coordinator needs to speak with you. Before Brenda could respond, another voice interjected. Mrs. Sterling, Charlie's senior trip. Final payment reversed. If we don't receive immediate funds, his spot forfeited. Brenda gripped steering wheel tighter, knuckles white. Panic clawed at mind. Wait, Mom, something's wrong. Charlie's voice quivered panic. They're saying I can't go to class. Tuition hasn't been paid. Brenda's heart dropped. Yanked BMW, sudden U-turn tires squealing. Heading to school now, sweetheart. Don't worry, I'll fix this. Drive usually 15 minutes, harrowing 8. Bursting into brownstone garage. Heels echoed sharply. Marcus, silence answered. Rushed to master bedroom. Unsettling sight. Walk-in closet, eerily barren. One side. Marcus's side. Work boots, construction uniforms, all gone. Dresser drawers, half open. Stripped, clean. Corner of closet, safe's door. Ajar, once packed interior nearly empty save thin stack papers, printouts, phone screenshots. Brenda's hands trembled. Reached for top page breath. Caught divorce papers already filed. Beneath them, printed text messages, annotated, unforgiving yellow highlights. Each incriminating exchange. Charlie and Kyle underscored discussions about Tony, secret drives, S-Class. Charlie's longing for father figure, other than Michael. No, this can't be real. Brenda's voice cracked, threw papers aside, scrambled for phone. Tony, pick up, please. Only voicemail desperation collapsed onto bed. Same one she and Michael shared 20 years. Same bed she'd left for clandestine inventory checks with Tony. Phone. Buzzed, jolting her spiraling thoughts bank manager. Mrs. Sterling. Voice cautious. Need to discuss irregular activity on your accounts. What accounts? She asked. Voice hollow, unrecognizable. Manager hesitated. All joint accounts closed, investment portfolio, liquidated, credit cards, everyone cancelled. Each transaction. Mr. Sterling's authorization. Brenda's eyes darted, blinking light garage security camera. Michael installed last month, claiming added safety after local thefts. Camera had seen it all, late-night returns, meticulous, resetting, odometer, nervous glances, rearview mirror, garage betrayal, deepened, cherished antique toolbox, passed down from Michael's father gone. In its place, pristine replica, untouched, gleaming stark symbol. Everything. Michael replaced abandoned. Phone erupted again. Vibrating calls all sides. Charlie school bursar. Trip organizer. Bank. Each demanding answers she didn't have. Staring, bedroom mirror barely recognized herself. Flawless. Makeup designer outfit. No longer polished but mask shallow. Disguise. Crumbling facade. Car engine rumbled, driveway, snapping her back. Reality, rushed to window, clinging fragile hope. Marcus's truck, instead sleek. S-Class pulled in. Tony stepped out, face clouded concern. Brenda, called approaching door. What's going on? Dealership just declined all our cards for lunch. Tears streaked meticulously made-up face turned away from window carefully constructed, world collapsing piece by piece. Garage new toolbox gleamed mockingly, fluorescent light. Ever watchful camera continued silent recording Michael's parting witness unraveling. Later afternoon, Brenda and Tony sat tensely, Upper East Side Prep Administrative Office, stately mahogany desk. Principal Thompson adjusted glasses, deliberate air. Mrs. Sterling began, tone heavy, polite regret. Upper East Side Prep deeply values relationship we've built with your family. Mr. Sterling's construction company played essential role. Campus expansions. Slid document, inescapable implications. However, tuition agreement solely under Mr. Sterling's name without payment we're unable to permit Charlie to continue classes. Surely middle ground we can agree on. Tony leaned forward, trademark smile. Luxury car deals lighting up face. I understand Michael has struggles, but Charlie's education too critical to risk. Thompson's expression hardened. Mr. Russo, while your perspective noted you don't have authority in this matter. Turned attention to Brenda. Furthermore, Parent Association flagged questionable expenses, Knicks tickets, country club dues, discrepancies hard to ignore. Brenda's voice trembled, defending herself. Those were investments networking meant to secure opportunities for Charlie's future. Thompson remained unswayed. Speaking of Charlie's future, his acceptance to Stanford depends on finishing senior year at Upper East Side Prep without immediate payment. Let pause carry weight. Tony cleared throat interject. Maybe I could? No. Thompson interrupted curtly. Policy very clear. Only legal guardians address financial obligations. Rising from chair signaled discussion over, Charlie's welcome to attend till end of week. After that we'll begin transfer process. Outside cold November air cut through Brenda's expensive coat as she and Tony made way to his polished S-Class. This is completely unacceptable, Brenda fumed. Michael has no right to destroy everything we've worked for. Tony let out sharp, dry laugh. Rewrite history from where I sit. Marcus built everything, you just enjoyed the ride. Tugged at flawlessly tied silk tie, Brenda turned on him. You said you'd help with tuition. What about bonus Q4 deal? Tony hesitated, uneasy look. Yeah, about that. Issues, irregularities with my accounts dealership, and now my ex's lawyer digging through my finances, more child support, so... So what? Brenda's voice rose, panic. You're abandoning woman who risked everything for you, and boy you promised to mentor. Tony's expression turned cold, polished demeanor hardening. I said what I needed to say to make it work. That's how sales works, darling, and you should understand. You've been underselling Marcus for years. Sound of Brenda's palms striking Tony's face echoed through car. Fiery red marks spread across cheek as she hissed. You're a disgusting excuse for a man. Tony rubbed cheek, frosty smirk. Let's face it, Brenda, you chase the dream luxury cars, exclusive parties, VIP treatment. Marcus was the one building something real. Looks like he made the better bet. Sudden buzz. Brenda's phone shattered. Tense silence. Message from Charlie. Mom, Kyle's parents know everything. His dad pulled out of Michael's contract. Everyone's talking. Fallout hit like avalanche. By day's end, Charlie's social circle disintegrated. Parents who once hired Michael for high-end renovations abruptly canceled contracts. Country club Brenda frequented stopped returning calls. Even at dealership, whispers trailed behind her, Brenda's prized office testament to meteoric corporate rise, glass-walled cage. Transparent walls once signified dominance, now displayed vulnerability, exposing her fall to everyone around her. Mrs. Sterling assistant's hesitant voice, doorway, nervous edge. General manager would like to speak with you. Meeting brief, devoid of warmth. General manager outlined concerns. Behavior allegations misusing dealership vehicles. Subtle references company's ethical standards. Conclusion, swift, no negotiation. We'll need your resignation by close of business today, he said, coldly pause. Oh, and Mrs. Sterling, Mr. Russo accepted transfer to our Phoenix branch effective immediately. That evening, Brenda sat alone. Pristine kitchen brownstone. Michael diligently provided. Life they shared painstakingly constructed through his hard work, sacrifice now felt hollow, monument to reckless choices. Allure affair, charming, car salesman, fleeting, price, devastating. Phone buzzed, notification, banking app. Stared at screen balance, dismal, 74216. Mind wandered back. 2008. Financial crisis struck. Michael swallowed pride, taking any job, even menial, far beneath qualifications. Late nights, grueling weekends, Norm keep family afloat. She'd been blind to his sacrifices, then irritated by dust drywall work, constant absence. Only now, see he'd been laying groundwork for life, she recklessly jeopardized. Sharp chime doorbell startled her, Front porch. Charlie still rumpled. Upper East Side. Prep uniform. Tear-streaked face. Bloodshot eyes. Emotional turmoil. Mom. His voice shaky. Vulnerable. Kids at school, they're saying things about you, about Tony. Brenda's heart sank. Son's fragile composure underscored weight of her actions. Dad's clients are talking to their kids, Charlie continued, voice cracking. They're telling them to stay away from me. His gaze held hers. Boyish innocence replaced raw hurt. What's going to happen to us? For first time, full weight of her choices hit her. Exchanged. Michael's steadfast love integrity. Empty. Glitz. Indulgence. Values. Michael worked so hard to instill. Now marred son caught in fallout. Garage's surveillance camera. Light blinked rhythmically. Silent witness. Michael's methodical efforts protect family, even absence. Start packing, she murmured. Voice barely whisper. We'll find a way through this. Charlie's frustration boiled over. Figure what out? What about college, my friends, everything's gone? Outburst punctuated distant hum engine. Fleeting moment. Brenda's heart leapt. Maybe. Michael returning, but delivery truck. Her gaze fell new, untouched. Toolbox garage. Stark reminder. Difference between men who build and those who merely sell. Days that followed, world unraveled entirely. Brenda stood empty. Foyer once lavish home watching consignment dealer load, prized designer, handbags into Van Chanel Gucci, Louis Vuitton, remnants, past life sold fraction of value. This is best offer I can give, dealer said, handing her check. Luxury resale, oversaturated these days. Brenda folded check amount barely enough, single mortgage payment. Upstairs. Charlie came down. Plain clothes. Upper East Side. Prep. Uniform. Replaced Franklin Public High School. Tire tomorrow. Change stark world away. Privileged existence once new. Kyle's dad called. He muttered. Voice heavy resignation. He's pulling out of Blackwell project, said Dad's most honest contractor around, then hung up. Brenda gripped check tightly, heart sinking further. Symbols. Former life. Knicks games. Flashy drives. S-Class now seemed echoes. Distant dream. We'll figure something out, she said weakly. Charlie's bitterness spilled out. Like what Tony's gone. Dad's gone. Stanford rescinded my acceptance because I won't graduate from Upper East Side Prep. Anger boiled over, kicked, baseboard, Michael installed years before. All of this because you couldn't keep your hands off that guy. I wasn't with my boss, Brenda snapped. Anger dissolving, shame exhaled shakily. I've hired a private investigator. Son's expression. Disbelief, defeat, damage done. Both new lives, once secure, full of promise, lay ruins around them. Your father didn't simply disappear without a trace, he left us. Charlie's voice, brimmed exasperation, corrected her, pulling out phone, holding up for Brenda to see. Kyle sent me this, explained screen contractor's website photos, showcased community center, under construction, 2 hours away, there barely visible, unmistakable. Michael's bright red pickup truck. Charlie's resolve hardened. I'm going to find him. announced, shrugging on jacket. "You're coming with me." Drive stretched endlessly. Brenda could only afford emergency credit card. Maiden name, modest, limit, just enough gas. Past numerous houses. Michael built a long way, each quiet monument skill. Eventually, small town loomed half-finished, community center, rising starkly grim. November sky, steel beams, concrete framed structure workers, hard hats, moved purposefully, gray clouds. Then spotted him. Michael stood, cement mixer, directing crew. Firm, efficient demeanor, different, leaner, tougher, life's challenges. Chiseled away softness. Brenda's heart sank. Noticed wedding ring missing. Hands moved, practiced precision, gestured deep explanation. Foundations, stability. Before Brenda could react, Charlie flung, car door open, rushed toward him. "Dad!" called. Voice raw. Michael glanced up. Expression inscrutable. Hands, however, continued, spreading. Cement. Steady. Practiced strokes. Undeterred. Charlie approached, barrier. "Dad, please, steady." Rumble. Cement. Mixer filled silence. Michael remained focused. "Work." Charlie gripped barrier tightly. "I was wrong. I shouldn't have said those things. I didn't mean them." Nearby workers exchanged uneasy glances, wisely kept focus elsewhere. Michael's movements didn't waver. Each stroke. Deliberate, exact. "I understand now." Charlie continued, voice faltering. "Everything you did for us, long hours, recession gigs, Stanford savings. I didn't see it before. Tony's gone. He transferred to Phoenix when things got tough, just like you said, builders and sellers, right?" Michael's hand stilled momentarily, trowel suspended midair, when finally spoke, voice heavy, fatigue unwavering. "Funny how you didn't mean it, but you still let him play father while I broke my back trying to give you a future." At last, Michael turned, faced them. Clothes streaked cement. Dust, words cut like blade. "You want to fix this? How? Like you fixed our marriage with Guy from dealership? Like you fixed Charlie's sense of entitlement with fancy cars, courtside seats?" Brenda flinched, voice shaky. "We can change. We'll do better. Just give us a chance." "A chance?" Michael's laugh, bitter, devoid of humor. "I gave you 20 years of chances. 20 years of building something real while you chased after something borrowed," gestured towering community center. This will last. Every beam, every nail, every inch of concrete. It'll stand long after your leased luxury cars are junked." Charlie stepped closer, desperation etched face. "I'll quit school. I'll get a job. I'll work from ground up. Just show me how." Michael studied him long moment, voice softening slightly, though edged skepticism. "Ground up, huh? Funny you mentioned that. Got a call from Stanford's engineering department recently." Charlie blinked, caught off guard shift in conversation. "They're looking for students with real-world experience. Told them I might know a kid interested in learning construction. Letter sitting in your old room under new toolbox." Instant hope lit. Charlie's features quickly dimmed as Michael turned back, work resuming task, unwavering focus, leaving no room, further words, no retreat. Now, path behind closed. Could Michael truly turn back? No. His grip tightened, trowel moving forward. Maybe everything depended on what came next, on what he could build from this point onward. Focus shifted back to task before him. Borrowed things always return to owners. Built things endure, Michael said. Brenda observed. Son's shoulders slumped beneath weight. Michael's words. Hum cement mixer drowned out any reply. Around them, community center took shape. Each beam, plank, tangible representation. Divide between life, borrowed and one truly built. Drive home stretched endlessly compared to trip there. Charlie stared at hands soft, unmarked, untouched real labor. Gleam. Brenda's designer watch caught eye-waning sunlight. Sheen. Stark contrast. Reality faced. Michael's words echoed silence. Sometimes things have to be rebuilt entirely from ground up. Question was once rebuilding done, would they recognize who they become? For sale signs, swung creakily, frigid breeze. Brenda stood watching movers pack away. Remnants, life with Michael. Real estate agent, warned sluggish market, unprepared how little sale would yield. Mrs. Sterling Foreman approached clipboard hand. We've hit snag with payment. Brenda closed eyes, swallowing frustration. Paycheck, finance manager job once badge, honor barely stretched far enough. Cover necessities. Modest 2-bedroom apartment. Secured, struggling neighborhood awaited them. Dingy beige walls, worn carpeting, little comfort. Stark reminder home. Michael crafted with own hands. Mom, Charlie called. Doorway childhood room, now stripped bare, contained only Michael's immaculate unused toolbox. Mr. Johnson called garage needs. Answer about job. Local repair shop offered Charlie entry-level position minimum wage oil changes, tire rotations. Job he would have scoffed at months ago. But now, college plans, abandoned savings gone, felt lifeline. Take it, Brenda said, voice flat. We need money. Charlie nodded, already dialing. Once designer wardrobe replaced practical clothes. Faint calluses began form on hands, watching transformation. Quietly, devastating. That night. Cramped apartment. Brenda sorted boxes. Charlie assembled second-hand furniture. Paper-thin walls allowed sound neighbors quarreling, overdue. Bills. Filter through grim reminder. Own struggles. Tony called, Charlie said suddenly. Tightening bolt, wobbly table. Brenda froze. Hands still buried. Box utensils. He offered us money. Charlie continued, voice tinged bitterness. Said he felt guilty, then mentioned ex-wife's lawyer found out about us, wants you to testify. Nothing happened until after their separation. Brenda sagged against countertone, weary. That snake, muttered. After everything he promised. Like what, Mom? Charlie's voice turned sharp, cutting through despair. That he'd replace Dad, that his leased car game tickets actually meant something. Charlie looked down at hands. Dad tried to tell me there's difference between earning something and borrowing it. Guess I had to learn that hard way. Brenda's phone lit up notification paycheck. Recent overtime bankroll she once cherished, now felt meaningless. Thoughts drifted. Michael, 2008, recession, taken any job, keep family afloat, resented late hours, grimy clothes, toll it had taken. Now understood, quiet strength, his choices. Your father, she began. Don't, Charlie interjected softly. Charlie sprang to feet, voice cutting through tension. Don't bring up Dad! You threw away everything he worked for to chase after someone who rents fancy cars and runs moment things get tough. Grabbing keys. Practical Honda Civic purchased own savings, unlike flashy leased S-Class. He despised, I've got training at garage. Door slammed behind him. Brenda wandered aimlessly. Cramped apartment. Furniture, though serviceable, lacked charm, glaring reminder how far they'd fallen. Days when home filled. Michael's masterful woodworking. Now only view window dreary parking lot, stark departure lush manicured lawn used greet her. Even air seemed heavy, stripped, warm, earthy. Scent sawdust once signified life integrity, craftsmanship. Phone buzzed another reminder, overdue, bills, designer dresses, once flaunted fundraisers, long been sold off, piece by piece. Old social circle built. Michael's hard-won success evaporated along with wealth. Even job dealership felt unstable. Tony's sudden departure left whispers. Layoffs swirling around. Office kitchen eyes fell. Charlie's pay stub. Garage. Paycheck Poultry compared generous allowances once handed him, but next to it lay scribbled, notes carefully planned budget. Michael spent years trying, teach Charlie such skills. Bitter irony wasn't lost on Brenda. She'd encouraged son, idolized Tony's glamorous but hollow lifestyle, dismissing Michael's values outdated. Now Charlie learning same principles, own one oil change at a time. Text real estate agent interrupted thoughts. Final papers ready, buyer offering 15%, below asking. Market still declining. Recommend accepting. Message read. Heavy heart. Brenda agreed. Opened banking app after paying. Off mortgage remaining money. Barely cover. 3 months rent. Paycheck might stretch cover essentials. But life. Michael painstakingly built. Life she once taken for granted. Gone forever. Through thin walls. Apartment overheard. Neighbor, calming child upset about changing schools. Her gaze landed toolbox. Michael gifted Charlie, sitting untouched, room quiet. Reminder, difference between building something lasting and chasing fleeting comforts. Tomorrow Charlie would return. Garage keep. Learning value. Hard work. While Brenda would go back selling luxury goods she could no longer afford. Admire. And far away. Michael still creating, hands busy, shaping something real as she continued living, aftermath dismantling his legacy. Gust, frigid winter air, rattled drafty windows. Brenda recalled how Michael once replaced old homes' windows himself, painstakingly sealing every gap. Keep cold out. Time. She dismissed. Boring but now understood. Lesson he tried. Teach enduring value, substance over appearances. 6 months. Physical labor transformed. Charlie. Ways private schools never could. Hands once soft, uncalloused. Now bore rough marks. Hard work. First light dawn broke arrived. Construction site, modest Honda. Carrying new toolbox, bought overtime. Earnings garage. Distance watched workers greet Michael. Respect born admiration. Stark contrast. Shallow praise. Tony once commanded dealership. "Site's off limits to visitors," foreman called out. Michael turned. "See?" Charlie standing there, expression unreadable, but quiet recognition eyes. Months changed them both. Michael stood taller now, unburdened pretense. "I'm not here to visit," Charlie replied confidently, holding up toolbox. "I'm here to work." Michael's tone neutral but firm. "Got your certifications? OSHA compliant." Without hesitation, Charlie produced neatly folded papers pocket. "Level 1 construction safety certified. Took course after shifts at garage." Hesitated, added. "Mr. Johnson, my boss wrote me a reference too." Michael took documents, reviewing them, expression carefully measured. Nearby crew pretended not to watch. Report praised. Sharp diagnostic abilities, meticulous. Attention detail, unwavering work ethic. Michael studied Charlie, appraising gaze. Michael wasn't one hand out. Compliments easily. Started picking up those skills with simple oil changes. Charlie shifted footing slightly. Even started reading engineering textbooks on my own. Community college offers, night classes, construction management, so I enrolled. Hint amusement flickered across Michael's face. "Community college, huh? Thought that was beneath you wasn't Stanford ultimate goal." "Stanford was Mom's goal," Charlie replied, voice steady, resolute. And Tony, name dropped like weight-tightening air between them. Charlie's tone hardened. "I've got my own ambitions. Now I'm done chasing someone else's dreams. I want to create something that's mine, something I can stand behind." Michael's eyes narrowed, regarded son. Defiant teenager once scoffed at father's trade. Gone, in his place, stood young man, beginning respect, value, earned experience. Nearby construction crew stopped pretending not to listen, knowing expressions revealed shared memories. Similar, hard-fought lessons. "Let me see your hands," Michael said at last. Charlie extended them, palms up. Calloused, stained oil, bore fresh marks. Latest repairs. These were hands that had labored, hands that had learned so different smooth manicured ones once gripped Tony's least S-class. "Mom sold the house," Charlie murmured, voice tinged, regret. "The one you built, developers are tearing it down to make way for cheap condos." "Foundations matter," Michael replied. "Whether it's a house or a life. You can't throw on luxury finishes if base isn't solid." Charlie nodded thoughtfully, placed toolbox beside stack lumber. "I get that now. Working in garage taught me patience, taught me skill. Takes time, can't rush it or fake it. Every engine I've fixed, every problem I've solved, it's like you always said, everything starts with foundation." Michael held set blueprints, hands mulling something over. "We need a materials runner on site, entry-level position, hauling supplies, managing inventory. Pay, $7 an hour, less than what you're earning at garage." Paused, letting words sink in. "But you'll learn how every piece fits together to build something that lasts." "When can I start?" Michael handed him hard hat. "Right now. Safety first, same rule as when we built that treehouse." Mention treehouse struck Charlie. Wave nostalgia could almost feel heat summer, days when Michael explained structural joints, necessity level, foundations, lessons Charlie once dismissed in favor. Tony's easy promises. "Speaking of that treehouse," Charlie said, pulling worn photograph toolbox. "I found this while going through Mom's things." Michael took picture old snapshot. Mid-construction. Younger Michael stood beside. Beaming Charlie proudly clutched first hammer behind them half-built treehouse testament shared effort, hope. "You wore those work boots I got you for weeks." Michael chuckled softly. "Your mother said you even wore them to bed." "I've got new boots now," Charlie replied, gesturing steel-toed pair. "Bought them myself." Moment neither spoke. Photograph serving silent bridge over 6 months they'd spent apart. Around them, construction site hummed activity, concrete being poured, wooden frames taking shape. Every worker contributed something bigger than themselves. "There's one condition," Michael said at last. "What's that?" "You keep your garage job weekends. Finish what you started. No quitting just because get tough. That's a lesson your mom and Tony never learned. Their choices, their consequences." Deliberate care. Michael tucked photograph into shirt pocket. "We take a different approach." As sun rose higher sky, Charlie joined crew, taking in seamless rhythm teamwork. Observed how each member's efforts fit. Larger picture shared, objective. During breaks noted how Michael interacted with team not as someone assumed authority, but leader who earned respect. By day's end, Charlie's brand new toolbox bore first marks where freshly issued safety certification carried smudges, inaugural day sight. More significantly, Charlie's understanding bridge building evolved beyond steel concrete, meaning behind work. As crew packed up, Michael approached him. "Those community college classes you mentioned, they're not cheap, are they?" he asked. Charlie shifted weight toolbox onto shoulder. "I've been saving," he replied. "Might take some time, but I'll make it happen." "No shortcuts this time," Michael said, tone firm but encouraging. Walked to truck, retrieved thick envelope, handed it to Charlie. "Your college fund," he said simply. "I never spent it. I was waiting to see if you'd do something worth investing in." Charlie took envelope, realizing it represented more than money symbol trust built over lifetime. "I won't waste it," he said, quiet conviction. "I know," Michael replied, confidence unwavering, "because now you're building something of your own." As Charlie drove back to Mother's modest apartment, new hard hat resting passenger seat, felt deeper, understanding some bridges couldn't bought or borrowed, constructed piece by piece through honest effort. Year later, Northern Town transformed. Michael solidified reputation. Master builder, construction company, known craftsmanship, though he could afford much more, still lived. Modest, partially renovated house. Michael always put client projects ahead, own quiet Sunday morning, reviewing bids, well-worn, kitchen table heard. Crunch. Tires, gravel, driveway, glanced out window, see. Familiar Honda Civic pulling in. Charlie stepped out wearing work clothes despite weekend carrying envelope set blueprints. "Figured you'd be at garage," Michael said as Charlie walked through open door. "I was promoted to lead mechanic last month," Charlie said, voice steady pride. "I trained my replacement yesterday, now I've got something to show you." Handed Michael envelope acceptance letter. Local University's engineering. Program not prestigious name, but valued practical experience. "Full scholarship," Charlie said as unfurled blueprints. Between garage my time with your crew and community college, they saw enough. Give me a shot. Michael studied blueprints. Charlie's first independent project construction management course. Meticulous details showed deep understanding earned through hands-on work. Your mom's seen these? Michael asked, impressed precision. She's changed, Charlie said, sitting down, quiet confidence. She's paying her own way, now even teaches finance classes, adult education center. She says she finally understands what you meant about building instead of borrowing. And Tony, Michael asked, recalling old chapter lives. Last I heard, he's selling used cars, Phoenix. His ex-wife's lawyer found proof more affairs he lost finance license. Charlie traced calculation blueprint. Funny how hollow all his promises turned out to be. Michael nodded, thinking own past Brenda's designer lifestyle. Costliest lessons, he said, are ones we think we don't need to learn. Charlie reached into bag, pulled out weathered photo album. Found this in Mom's storage, flipping it open. Remember this? Picture showed young Charlie and Michael standing proudly next to finished treehouse. First project together. Charlie's hands wrapped bandages, splinters, mistakes, but smile spoke accomplishment. You insisted on sanding every board yourself, Michael said, smiling. Memory. Refused my help even after getting splinters, told me you wanted to earn your calluses. Charlie chuckled. Voice carrying depth lessons learned, Michael often found himself mulling over old lesson he once let slip from memory. Today, as he observed sun transformation undeniable, no longer. Charlie, privileged teenager, enamored, borrowed luxuries, instead grown into resilient young man, reshaping life through determination, hard work, evidence, transformation everywhere, roughness, handswear, work boots. Most importantly, steadfast, purpose, demeanor. I've got a new project starting soon. Michael began retrieving set blueprints bag. Community center expansion. Charlie leaned over, plan's eyes lighting up recognition. These numbers, this layout, it's familiar, said Spark excitement voice. Wait, minute, this is based on my design from that engineering course. Michael nodded. Proud smile. Town council approved your modifications. Michael hesitated a moment before adding, if you want to see your first real project come to life, I'd be glad to have you on board. I've saved up some vacation time from garage, just waiting for right project to use it on. Before they could delve deeper details, Michael's phone buzzed, glanced screen, briefly handed it to Charlie. Message from Brenda. Look what I found while going through winter storage. Text read, attached photo. Michael's old toolbox used, teaching Charlie basics, craftsmanship. This belongs with both of you now. I finally understand what it truly represents. Charlie enlarged, image studying weathered leather steel, memento. Earliest lessons, hard work, integrity taught by father. She's not the same woman who once chose Tony's borrowed glamour over foundation I built, Michael said quietly. People can change. Real question is whether they're building something better out of broken pieces. As sunlight streamed through windows, Michael installed himself illuminated blueprints sprawled across table. Outside truck stood ready-loaded supplies, another day's work. He picked up hammer weight, familiar hand. Some things, he said, you have to build yourself. Charlie looked at father, nodded understanding, depth words. And some things, he replied, are worth rebuilding together. They bent over plans, recalculating measurements, double-checking every detail. Morning passed, rhythm shared, focus skill, each contributing others' vision. No shortcuts, no false prestige, just satisfaction, creating something tangible, meaningful. As sun began set, casting long shadows over yard, Charlie rolled up blueprints. "Mom asked about you," he said, hesitating slightly. "Not for herself, she just wanted to know if you found what you were always trying to build." Michael glanced around modest but evolving home where every corner told story, reconstruction, persistence. "I never lost sight of it," he answered. "I just had to clear out unstable parts first." Charlie smiled faintly. Started car. Through windshield watched father return. Porchman no longer defined by silent sacrifices for unearned comforts, but as builder, teaching life's truest values, forged through honest work. Sunset-painted sky, warm tones as they parted each returning lives. They were building shared future, like community center. They envisioned would rise, beam by beam, grounded trust effort. Some gaps couldn't bridge borrowed grandeur, superficial ambition, but right tools, dedication, even most fractured foundations could be rebuilt, stronger than ever. 5 years later, crisp autumn light fell across newly expanded headquarters, Wilson Construction, where humble office once stood 3-story symbol. Perseverance success now towered. From straightforward yet efficient office, Michael gazed out lively construction yard. Below walls weren't decorated, certificates awards, but framed blueprints, markers, life's reconstructed milestones, visitor parking lot, sleek. Tesla pulled in, catching Michael's attention. Brenda stepped out, once polished designer wardrobe, replaced practical business attire. Manicured nails now bore functional appearance, reflecting years, navigating life's challenges. Faint lines around eyes hinted struggles no makeup could hide. But Brenda wasn't here for Michael. Bridges long since crumbled beyond repair. Rather than lamenting what couldn't be undone, Brenda found herself attending son Charlie's project presentation, now head engineering Wilson Construction. Charlie earned position through expertise integrity, not leveraging connections. Conference room. Buzzed investors. Town council members. Brenda slipped into seat back, gaze fixed on Charlie as confidently led discussion. Charlie unveiled plans. Company's newest initiative, affordable housing, crafted innovative, sustainable materials. Presentation relied substance over spectacle, practical solutions, grounded sound principles as detailed. Wilson Construction ethos, emphasizing durability over fleeting profits. His eyes briefly met Brenda's. "We've seen price valuing image over essence," remarked front row. Wife Lena beamed pride. Steadfast, partner, journey, rebuilding life. Story began years ago. Modest auto repair shop where Charlie started over. Lena been customer stubborn transmission issue. Bond grew steadily, much like one. Michael's construction projects deliberate, sincere, built to last. When presentation ended, Brenda lingered, watched. Michael, Charlie's mentor, embrace him. Warmth, pride, relationship endured, share, challenges emerging stronger with time. Brenda's own connection. Charlie, still fragile, weekly dinners. Modest apartment often tiptoed around painful memories. particularly Tony's name. Past 5 years, harsh teacher, Brenda, highlighting weight consequences. Career finance manager ended when Tony's reckless mismanagement led dealership's downfall. Unraveling financial chaos he concealed for years. Now Brenda taught basic financial literacy. Adult education center job wasn't lucrative, but gave her something money couldn't purpose. Occasionally overheard updates about Tony local business circles. Each story confirming Michael's early judgment. Those who built things different kind resilience compared those who sold illusions. Tony once. Charismatic BMW sales manager reduced, managing struggling used car lot. Phoenix stripped securities license after years. Fraud uncovered faced mounting debts. Second divorce left him nothing. Carefully curated, image disintegrated, leaving behind only ruins. "Mom." Charlie's voice interrupted thoughts. Turning, saw him standing beside Lena. Faces, hinting announcement. Lena's hand-rested stomach gesture told Brenda everything. "We're expecting in March," Lena said warmly. "We'd like you to be part of it," added hesitantly. "But there are conditions," Charlie interjected, tone firm but kind, shaped hard-won lessons. "No designer nurseries, no applications, elite preschools." Brenda nodded, absorbing boundaries they set. "I'd like that," she said quietly, "to help lay strong foundation this time." Across room. Michael engrossed conversation project managers, discussing technical details. Company grown steadily, not through flashy deals, risky gambles, but through consistent quality earned trust. House he renovated years ago, transformed true home, every improvement, infused care, authenticity. Michael never remarried. Some structures he knew couldn't be rebuilt, no matter effort. As meeting ended, room emptied. Brenda stood alone, gazing out. Window, watched Michael. Charlie walked side by side toward construction yard. Work boots kicking up small clouds. Dust, as discussed day's tasks. Framed photo wall caught her eye younger. Michael Charlie proudly standing beside treehouse they built together years ago. Beside it hung more recent picture. Charlie and Lena wedding day. Held not grand venue but community center. Michael been building when Charlie first began turn life around. Same center now housed Brenda's financial literacy classes where she taught others. Recognize cost chasing illusions over reality. Phone buzzed news alert about Tony, another fraud, investigation more charges, pattern remained. Same though, scale schemes diminished. Brenda dismissed notification, focus, returning what truly mattered. Solid foundations being built around her, both construction and life. Man who once sold dreams, grandeur, now found himself struggling, even maintain facade, success. Meanwhile, across city, Brenda stepped into modest apartment, cramped but honest space, swallowed significant portion teacher's paycheck. Though located neighborhood most would overlook mirrored, her life unembellished but genuine. Built lessons, hard-earned survival, scars earlier, choices redirected course, she resolved, pass on deeper understanding. Life next generation grandchild, vowed would learn what she discovered, too late, value authenticity over pretense. Among truths, she come embrace were lessons. True foundations require time to build some debts. Demand more than money. Repay. Real stability, grows only through perseverance. As she walked to dependable second-hand car, purchased under careful budget path took her by Wilson Construction's headquarters. Through lobby's glass-glimpsed wall adorned photographs, completed projects, each one testament. Michael's thoughtful, measured craftsmanship. Final image showed groundbreaking latest endeavor. In that photograph stood 3 generations. Michael embodiment, quiet resilience, Charlie bearing marks, hard-won wisdom, Lena carrying promise, future arms. Brenda wasn't picture she didn't need. Be absence, she realized, simply natural consequence decisions she made. That evening, as she graded Stack's papers, financial literacy student's apartment seemed smaller than ever. Each assignment desk represented someone striving, build kind stability. She only recently begun. Understand. Amidst clutter, small varnished reminder, past broken clasp, designer bracelet. Tony once given her wasn't symbol love, but marker, hard-earned lessons. As Brenda worked evening news featured segment about Wilson Construction's Affordable Housing Initiative report praised company, prioritizing quality durability over flashy but short-lived designs. Charlie appeared briefly confidently explaining principles, thoughtful construction. Brenda noticed sturdy work boots, practical, unpretentious, just like Michael's. Background spotted Lena visibly pregnant touring construction site. Lena's hand rested protectively, belly quiet. Promise values, authenticity, hard work would live on. Next generation. Brenda glanced at phone, where unanswered text from Tony lingered, sent during one. His spirals, months earlier. Remember when we had it all? She hadn't responded. Truth hit her like cold wind. They had never truly had anything. Their life together been mirage-built, borrowed wealth-fleeting appearances. As night settled over tiny apartment, Brenda prepared lesson plan next day. Teaching course titled Building Financial Foundations. Irony she no longer overlooked. She paid dearly for realization. Wealth isn't measured fleeting luxuries, but building something that lasts. Across city, Michael and Charlie likely working late, charting details next project. Precision care. At home, Lena undoubtedly cherishing company men who created instead of consumed. Somewhere Phoenix. Tony likely chasing another illusion, never stopping. Learn lesson. Brenda paid steep price grasp. She now understood true foundations. Not bought, they are built. Stability, not rented, it is earned. Choices. People make etched foundation lives, leaving legacy, future generations, whether legacy wisdom or regret. By dawn, each of them would confront consequences, own paths. Michael would continue building. Charlie would keep learning. Lena would nurture future. Anthony would chase after shortcuts. Brenda would teach others, avoid pitfalls she once stumbled into. Each was standing steadily or shakily on foundations, they chosen construct or failed construct for themselves. My friend, and this is the end of the story. If you like this story, then put your like and subscribe to the channel. May the force be with you.